Yeah, property is not clear.
Very safe.
Degrade also.
Dr. Singh, I have to continue. Forgive me. Okay. Lead is highly volatile, and one thing you have to be very careful, and particularly you young ladies and young men, you do these experiments under extraction system, otherwise your laboratory will be contaminated with lead. Please be very careful. In UK, we will never ever do these experiments in open laboratory. So we have very strict guidelines on safety. Remember that. Therefore, it is absolutely critical that during sintering process, you have enough oxygen in the sintering furnace. So you pass not just air or just work with static air environment in the furnace, but you purge pure oxygen. It's very, very important.
Sahabuddin. So we have got the arrangement for the PowerPoint presentation. We don't have overhead projector.
Nobody has informed me. I have to email by postage.
That's why the paper delay कर दीजिए सर.
अच्छा हमने तो ना नहीं
To the organizer of this conference, the title of my paper is Proton Impact Double Annihilation of Lead. This is the first time when I started and take up the problem of ionization in case of heavy charge particle. Before this, I have published a number of papers on annihilation, charge transfer and transfer annihilation. Before that, I would like to give you some glimpse of lead that is published in the 2005 from the JPHB England. In this case, now the question arises why I am taking the binding encounter model for this calculation, because all the theoretical calculations are based on the statistical survey, and they have calculated the experimental result, and on the basis of that experimental result, they have taken a statistical data and compared their results. Another calculation is single model calculation, single electron model calculation. And in the single model calculation of 5, they have proposed that in the case of a scaling law, gives the real picture of that atom. In my calculation, in the case of proton impact double ionization of lead, I have taken double ionization. Double ionization means here why called double ionization, because there are two. We have divided it into the two parts. First is scattered part and second is ejected part. What is it in comparison to the electron? That's why the cross section is higher. In this calculation, another beauty of this calculation is the very simple calculation that gives the very reasonable results compared to the experimental results. And in this calculation, we have separated out the individual contribution of this cell. Let us suppose that in the case of lead, I have taken the calculation of valence cell, next inner cell, and all those things give the results which is very. In the past, this model is first of all proposed by Brzezinski, and after that, there are number of unrealistic features in that calculation that gives you Varanasi, and after that, in the recent past,